going on, traders? Welcome to my streams around 10:15. We had lots of interesting opportunity this morning, but we have had one mover that completely chopped me out two times, so I stopped trading it, and soon enough this ticker just exploded from a low of like 55 cents up to a high of like 80 cents, and it's halted. Anyway, we're going to talk all about this ticker and more after this intro. So this morning we had a couple of movers. Let me see if I can get let's see if I can get in my P&L for today. My P&L was mostly flat, and I traded around. I traded two tickers, actually three tickers: CTCX, Femi, and TUP. Those are like kind of like my trades today, and pretty much Femi. This ticker was a very choppy trade. My initial entry in Femi was around here to buy the downtrend break of around 57, and soon enough, as soon as the market opens, we dump. I sell it for a loss. Then I go back in at the VWAP reclaim at 54. I sell it at 60 average, so I made 10% from here to here. I sell it from here to here. Add, sell it from here to here, and then I bought it again over here at 62 and sold it at 59. And soon enough, I thought the third time around, the chart looked like this, something like this. I thought the second time around we're gonna push through 62 and keep running here, and I bought it right about there. I thought first time 60, second time 60, third time 60, we're gonna break. So I bought that 62 break right there, I think, and soon enough we got rejected. So this is kind of like what the stock looked like before we made freaking humongous move. And after I was sold it for a loss, broke this 65 area. Now we're holding up. This is a really interesting example of choppy price action. Actually, PSQ8. It's just I mean we're just unwanted here. PSQ8. Look at that, 90 cent Femi. So this is a really good example of a choppy Thursday stock. Uh, PSQH is halted. Let me see. PSQH. What is it? PSQH. That's a first Green Day bounce pattern. We're breaking out of this 15-ish mark. Gonna keep watching that. PSQH. I gotta talk PSQH. PSQH first Green Day bounce pattern. Possible over 15-ish. So my tickers this morning were Femi, which I traded poorly, two losses and one win. That's the name of the game. And my other ticker that I did make another trade was TUP. TUP was a pre-market high breakout. TUP, we broke out of this 240. We hit 270. I buy 240 with 230 risk on like 3,000 share, risking 300 bucks. And then I bought at 240. We got out at 265. So I ended up making 25 cents a share in TUP. That was good. That was actually a pretty good trade. And then we had Femi here that was one big freaking chop to everybody that was in it. That's a big chop. I thought the third time around we're gonna break that 65. First time around I understand I sell. Okay. But third time around we should have broke it. It should not take four times to break a level of 65. I mean, whoever was moving this Femi thing, I mean, it's not held by insiders, it's not held by institutions, but whoever held this stock down, somebody held it down. Somebody held, maybe somebody had a lot of shares between 60 and 65, and soon enough we just squeeze up to 90 cents. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Um, I'm currently flat on the day. Not really much I can do. The only ticker, that's the way the stock market is. Some days everything's gonna work, and some days you're gonna show up and you're just gonna buy the third time around to break 60, and it's just gonna dump on you, and then it's gonna rip on you just like that. It's very difficult to come in the third time and buy it the third time. Like I say, I have a couple of, so when things get frustrating, I do have rules in which I try to come in two times. If I look at two times on the ticker, I stop trading the ticker. That's probably gonna be one of your best rules to have, because not everything is gonna work out. And you can get yourself in a very ugly situation losing on a stock, more than two times. Actually, I believe most of my biggest losses came from stocks that I traded over two times and lost more than two times. So in order to protect your account, if you that's the way the cookie crumbles, respecting your rules, and your rules was I bought it once, went down, I bought it twice, made a profit, I bought it the third time, it went down, and I mean, who would want to buy this the third time? And I mean, normally they should not have kept it so long. So this ended up being the stock of the day. We broke eventually the 65 break and we got up to 90, but it was extremely difficult to hold because most of these tickers have been selling off. But impressive nevertheless. We're at all-time high volume in Femi. Sadly, there's no other tickers over 30%. I'm gonna just be walking out with a flat trade unless I see this PSQH. I'm gonna break this 15 mark. That's not really that bad. PSQH, gonna watch if it breaks 15-ish. PSQH, watching that 15 break for a potential long because that is a first green day bounce. So that's potentially gonna go long if that PSQH gonna break. PSQH watching the 15 break for that long. There it is. Where is the long? Let me see if that breaks. PSQH watching if that 15 breaks. PSQH watching for 15 break. First green bounce over 15. URGN. No, that's not breaking. We just hit that level and we're just rejecting. So, it's just gonna be a little bit difficult for you guys today. Uh, yeah, that's not going. Those are the tickers that I did trade this morning, and gonna move on to another day. Unless we see some other movers. That's it, guys. We had three tickers: top, Femi, and we might have PSQH, and sadly CTCX. There's hold on, PSQH there. There's C there's minute. Hold on a minute. Where is there it is. This ticker's actually Femi's actually just blowing up there. Femi, oh wow. 92 cents. Femi's just acting just a little bit vertical here. Femi's at 90 cents. Wow. You think it's going to 140? That's insane. PSQH. Yeah, I do like PSQH. It's not bad. I mean, you got a lot of red days here, and finally we have a first green day possible bounce. Not sure how high that bounce is gonna be, but it's definitely trying to push those 15s. So far, Femi, PSQH, and those are it. The other tickers, top managed to make something, and it was incredibly difficult to trade this ticker. You come in and you give it your best, and it goes down on you, and you sell, and soon enough you see it go like this. This doesn't really happen that often. It actually happens very rarely. Tell you the truth, most of them that you see this price action, to tell you the truth, they will eventually die. This is not a great price action. Most of this price action is just going to be, 9 out of 10 times, it's just gonna roll over sometimes over here. 9 out of 10 times. So this is a very rare situation in which, I mean, who shorts 60-cent stock? There's a couple of people that short. Probably big hedge funds short 60-cent stocks. Other, bigger brokerages, but most of the average Joe does not short 60-cent stock. Other than that, those were the tickers today. I might want to watch PSQH just in case we get over this 15 mark. It is indeed a first Green Day bounce, but first Green Day bounce have been a bit poorly because, you see CTCX. CTCX did not perform as well here. So first Green Day bounce are not really that exciting because they have not been performing. Have they first Green Day bounce have not been performing well? CTCX. So this strategy right now it's not really hot. Right now the hot thing is to buy Femi. That's what the today's strategy is. Chase it till the 140s, I guess. Maybe this thing goes to a buck 40 Femi 95. So that would be a great idea. That's today's strategy. Buy Femi off the 97. That's ridiculous. That is a strategy that is working today. Chase Femi to infinity. That's today's strategy. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Oh, there we go. PSQH. We broke that 15 mark. There you go. PSQH broke that 15 mark. Gonna see if there's a trade here. Gonna see if 1520 breaks. Let's see if the 1520 breaks for a long 1520. We just pushed into the 15 in PSQH. Let's see the 1520. We're holding. I went long some, very small, very stop. Stop is 1480. I went long some, went long. That's I went long at like 15. There we go. All right, PSQH went long 15ish. Stop is 1480. That's not bad. Let's see if this one works out. Come on. Like I say, these things can just dump on you, so be careful, extra careful with it. If I see 1580, I'm risking 20 cents a share. So, my target is over 16. Being extra careful with it. First Green Day bounce has not been working so well, so I can very much get stopped out here. Waiting for a push over 1535. There we go. We got some buyers there. See if we can get over 1535. I have my sell order just in case we come up to 1480. There we go. We're pushing. We're pushing. We're pushing. Come on. Let's get over. I'm trying to get over to 16. So let's go. So that was a great. That's working out really well. There we go. PSQH. There we go. Up 15 cents a share. 50 cents a share. PSQH. My average entry is 1508. Let's see if we can get up to 16. Let's see. We're gonna get up to 16, maybe 17. It's looking pretty good. I have a sell order just in case we dip below 15. So 15 is my stop. I like buying stocks at round numbers because I can use it to judge my risk and I can risk nothing per trade. That's the idea behind it. Buy it as soon as it breaks 15 and hold it with a 15 stop. And if it comes back down, I just sell it because you just don't know whether it's going to work or not. I mean, just because you've practiced a million times, it could just not work. And that's just fine. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So we're trying to break this 15.5. Still waiting. 15 is my stop. Stop loss, PSQH is 15. I'm trying to see if it'll push to like 16 or 17. It should do a 10% from here. That's what I'm thinking. There we go. PSQH gonna push. Pushing, pushing. It's just, you gotta understand, we're not really in a hot market and you could just fail. I'm totally prepared for that. You see that? All these dips and rips. So you gotta wonder, like, are these people gonna buy it? And if they're not, you have to run. Interesting support line. So there's so far it's holding support, I would have to say. We're holding above 15. 15 is a round number. So let's see, maybe do 17.5. Come on, see a big spike there. Or I'm just gonna walk. Hand on the trigger just in case I see it under 15. 15 must hold for me to be in. There's 15, there's under 15. That's exactly what I have to say. It's very difficult this market to trade. There's under 15. It's like we're not in a hot market. In a hot market, we should keep going. We should not have came under 15. Incredibly difficult today to trade this market because you just don't know if it's gonna flop on you. We need like big movers to really get people excited to buy, and when they buy, you have bigger moves. So I'm gonna take my flat trade again. I took my flat trade sadly because I just don't have the patience. Maybe I just don't have the energy or something. Let's see if it breaks now. 1523. Yeah, we're holding. All right, PSQH going. All right, I must have underestimated this ticker. All right, we're going back up. Come on, let's go to 16. For a minute there, I thought it's gonna flip. It's always good to sell if you're wrong and get back in if it's working. PSQH, let's get over to the 16s. Yeah, it's that's a lot of chop. Any day now would be great. It's around 10:38. So that's what I had to say, guys. Femi was a really good trade overall, and PSQH was just it's just not going, sadly. First Green Day Vans have not been so hot. Other than that, steel tomorrow, and yeah, yeah, that's the name. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Keep looking out for Femi because this is definitely something to keep in mind.